Hello, my name is Lindsay McCurry, and today I'm going to share some insights from the sales and financial data that I've been analyzing for Top Tea Corn. I'll be talking about how the retail stores and food trucks are doing. I'll also review a This first sheet tracks the daily sales of Tyson's retail store. It shows how many boxes of popcorn are sold each day, how much revenue is brought in, and how those numbers compare to our daily sales goals. Looking at this data helps to see when sales are strong and when they slow down, so it is easier to start identifying patterns. There is also a case that shows what would happen if we slightly raise the prices. What I have noticed is that even a small increase in price brings a noticeably more revenue without cutting into sales much. That tells us customers might be willing to pay a little more and it can be easier to boost profits. I've also analyzed whether buying a new food truck would be a smart financial move right now. The truck would cost around $135,000, and with a 4% loan over 24 months, the monthly payment would be close to $5,860. When we compare that against the current daily sales, it becomes clear that we're not generating quite enough to cover those payments comfortably. Because of that, expanding right now doesn't look financially feasible. It's something to definitely keep in mind for the future, but at this stage, it's probably wiser to focus on strengthening our existing locations before taking on that expense. This slide shows sales from our current food trucks across 4 different locations. It breaks down the number of units sold by flavor and location to better show which trucks do the best and what customers in each area are like. For instance, some of the locations have very high sales of savory flavors such as Old Bay and garlic parmesan. Others sell more sweet flavors. Knowing these differences will help us target our inventory, plan promotions, and even decide where to launch new products. I also reviewed our online sales data, which started as a big set of raw numbers. To make sense of it, I turned it into an Excel table. That made it a lot easier to sort and filter by things like date, category, or location. Once it was cleaned up, I started to notice clear trends. Which flavors performed better, online versus in-store, which months tend to have higher sales as well. Having the data organized this way makes it faster to update and analyze over time. Taking that same data after organizing it, I created a pivot table, summarizing the sales by category and flavor. Then I took that same data and used it to build a pivot chart, which is located on the next slide. These two items give you a nice visual view of the breakdown. You can instantly spot trends such as what flavors are our top performers, and this chart makes it clear that Old Bay is still our top saving flavor, consistently outperforming other flavors across multiple locations. Having that visual makes it easier to communicate our strengths to the team or potential investors. Here is taking that data and making into it a pie chart. A pie chart makes it more visually appealing, and also you can see that Old Bay is one of our top performers compared to the other flavors. To explore other ways to increase revenue, I applied Excel's Google Seek tool. This is a feature in Excel that finds the exact value that we need to hit a certain goal. So in this instance, it was used to see what the price per box needed to be in order to bring at least $3,500 per day in sales. Running the analysis, GoalSeek returned a suggestion to increase the price to about $7.36 per box. That slight adjustment could get us to the daily sales target with no significant additional expenses. It would be an effective growth strategy and it would be highly valued. I recommend holding off buying a new food truck at this time. The numbers show that our current sales aren't quite high enough to make the new loan payments manageable. Instead, we should put our focus on what's already working, adjusting prices slightly and doubling down on promoting our most popular flavor, Old Bay. By focusing on the smaller data-driven improvements, we can grow revenue while staying financially stable. Then, once the sales are consistently stronger, we may revisit expanding with another food truck. Data proves that perfect foundation to make confident and smart choices.